All right. Hello. Good evening, my dear students. Let's check if we are live. Uh, okay. So I guess that you can hear me. And yeah, let's begin with our session. Okay. So hello, students. I am Ritika, your chemistry educator, and I welcome you all here at the very amazing and very important session of class 9. Alright, so knowing a bit about me, I am Ritika, your chemistry educator. I have completed my engineering in electronics and communication, and right now I'm here teaching you all chemistry. So, students, today we are going to have a very important session, and the topic of our session is hydrogen. Alright, now you can join us on the Telegram for assistance in your homework or your class notes. Also, you can join us on the Telegram channel, and the link of the channels are provided to you in the description box. So, kindly join it to stay updated about all the sessions, about all the ongoing offers that are going on here at Unacademy. Sorry. Okay. Now, talking about our chapter for today, we are basically going to study about hydrogen, okay, in which we are going to discuss about the position of hydrogen, the reactions, okay, the similarities of hydrogen, talking about the alkali metals and talking about the halogens, okay. These are the various things that we will be covering in our today's class. So let's start with the symbol. Okay, the symbol of the hydrogen, it is H, okay, and the molecular formula is H2. That means two atoms of hydrogen, they combine to form one molecule. Then talking about the valency, it is 1, the relative atomic mass is 1, molecular mass is H plus H, that const be 2. Then the atomic number, as we know, it's 1, and therefore electronic configuration, it will be 1 that will be present in the K shell, okay. And its position in the periodic table, although it is a matter of controversy, still it is placed in the first period and 1A group of the periodic table, okay. So these are the basic things about the hydrogen that you should be knowing before we go on to further things. Okay. So talking about hydrogen, it is the first element of our periodic table, okay. Its atomic number, as we already discussed, it's 1, and it has got 1 electron in the valence shell, or as whole it has got only 1 shell. So therefore it is belonging, or it has been kept in the first group and first period of periodic table. Now it is expected that the properties of hydrogen, they should be similar to the other members of the first group, but actually this is not the case, okay. The position of hydrogen, it is still a kind of confusion, or it is still a matter of controversy, how we will be seeing. So the reason is that hydrogen, it has some of the properties similar to group 1, that is the alkali metals, and some properties, they are similar to group 17. Group 17 means the halogens, okay. Now there was a scientist named Thomson. He told that, okay, we should keep it at a separate position, so that whole I would say the whole symmetry of our modern periodic table, it is not getting disturbed. So although it is placed in the first period of first group, but still the position, it is a matter of controversy, it is a kind of confusion. Okay, let's see what are the properties that are relating in the alkali metals and in the halogens. So we will first be discussing about the hydrogen and alkali metals. Okay, talking about hydrogen and alkali metals configuration, so they have 1 electron in their outermost shell, okay. So we can say they have got 1 electron in the valence shell. Okay, for example, how is it so? If I talk about the hydrogen, it has got atomic number of 1. So in the K shell, it has got only 1 electron. So that makes the configuration as 1. Talking about lithium, which has got the atomic number of 3, it has got the configuration 2 and 1. Similarly, sodium, it has got the configuration of 2, 8 and 1. Similarly, for potassium, it goes like 2, 8, 8, 1. Okay, and there in the similar way it goes for rubidium or cesium or francium. Okay, all in all, they all have got 1 electron in their outermost shell. That is the similarity. Okay, next similarity is the valence electrons. So as we discussed, they are having 1 electron in the valence shell. Okay, and since they have got 1 electron in the valence shell, okay, they will be having the valency of 1. Okay, now talking about the ion formation. How is the ion formation happening over here? Now see, since they have got 1 electron, okay, let us talk about lithium. It has got the atomic number of 3. Okay, so this will be its structure. Okay, so 2 electrons in the first shell and 1 electron here. So see, rather than taking the 7 electrons to achieve a stable configuration, it easily gives out 1 electron to form the positive ion, which is known as cation. Okay, so same thing you will be seeing in all the alkali metals. Okay, so what happens? They form a cation. Cation means a positive ion. So I'll just write it over here. So they form positive ion. Okay, and how they are forming? By loss of 1 electron. Correct? So hydrogen, it forms what? By losing 1 electron, it will be forming a cation, that is, it will be developing a positive charge. Same thing happens with lithium, sodium, potassium, etc. So they will all be having a positive charge and they will be losing 1 electron. Next is the reducing power. Okay, so because of this, they are having, first of all, electropositive nature. Okay, do not forget that these elements are having electropositive nature. Okay, and they hydrogen and the alkali metals, they act as reducing agents. For example, if I take case of hydrogen, so this is copper oxide, hydrogen, so it reduces. So what we will have? We will have copper plus water. Okay, next if I talk about copper oxide again plus sodium, so it will again form copper. Okay, so it is reducing. Okay, so they are showing the similar behavior over here also. Next is burning. Okay, so when hydrogen, it burns in oxygen, it forms the oxide. The oxide is of course water. So what is happening? It is burning with oxygen and it is forming water. Okay, hydrogen, it burns with pop sound. Okay, this is actually a test also for hydrogen. Now if we talk about alkali metals, they are also burning in oxygen to form the oxide. For example, lithium, if I talk about, okay, if it burns in oxygen, it will be forming, okay, and when we balance it, we will have, okay, similarly sodium and hydrogen, they will be forming, hello Taki Heather, I hope that I pronounced it correctly. Hi, good evening dear, how are you? So first of all, it will be forming monoxide. Okay, it says lithium monoxide. If I talk about the hydrogen, okay, so for now I am basically referring to your textbook. Okay, that is Selena, because most of the questions, okay, they would be asked from your textbook, and it's high time that we are referring to. We should be referring to that. Okay, all right. So talking about these sodium, as we were discussing, okay, we will be using we will be having peroxide, etc. Okay, so all in all, they burn with oxygen to give their oxide. Excuse me. Next is combination with non-metals. So hydrogen and the alkali metals, they are reacting with non-metals and they form their compounds. For example, if I talk about hydrogen, okay, if it is reacting with, let's say, oxygen, it forms the water. If it's reacting with sulfur, it forms hydrogen sulfide. If it reacts with chlorine, it will be forming hydrogen chloride. If I talk about sodium, it is also reacting with non-metal. The very common is sodium chloride. Okay, just a minute. So basically, these are the similarities that we can see between the hydrogen and the alkali metals. Okay, now here the thing doesn't actually stop. We are having the properties which are similar to the halogens also over here. Okay, so that is why the it was a matter of controversy that where to place the hydrogen with with alkalis or with halogens. Now let us see what are the properties which are similar. But before that, students, let me tell you a very important thing. Till Saturday, so Saturday is tomorrow, last date, okay, we are having the 20% off on all Unacademy subscriptions. Okay, so you are having this amazing opportunity, students. You can have 20% off if you take the Unacademy subscription. Okay, and problem here is this offer is only valid till Saturday, so kindly hurry up. Okay, you can use my code RL IC10, okay, to avail the 10% or 20% discount till tomorrow. Okay, so please make sure that you are taking the subscription. Okay, this is a very amazing opportunity that you are getting right now. Okay, so please make sure that you even share this information with your friends so that maximum students can avail this offer. Okay, next important thing is, if you are going to buy 12 month subscription or above, you will be getting the extra 2 months subscription absolutely free. So all the students of ICSE grade 9 to 12, this is again a mega offer for all of you, that you can get a 2 month extension absolutely free. But this offer is just for first 500 subscribers. Hello Suraj, how are you? So kindly again hurry up, okay, and take the subscription. So you can use my code over here, that is RITIKACLIV. Okay. Now talking about the similarity between hydrogen and halogen. Okay. Talking about halogens, what is the electronic configuration? They have one electron less than nearest inert gas or noble gas. Okay, for example, fluorine. It has got atomic number of 9, configuration is 2 and 7. And the nearest noble gas over here is neon, having the configuration of 2, 8. Similarly, hydrogen having the configuration of 1, it is nearest to the helium having the configuration of 2. So this is the similarity between hydrogen and halogen in the terms of electronic configuration. Again, both of them are having valency of 1 and they form anion. Now, how is this anion being formed? See, they are 1 electron short. If I talk about fluorine, its atomic number is 9, configuration being 2 and 7. So what is the condition over here? This is the nucleus, this is first shell, and this will be its second shell. Okay, now in the first shell we are having 2 electrons, in the second shell we will be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So basically it needs one more electron, okay, and it easily takes one electron, okay. So it takes one electron, it will be forming anion, okay. So fluorine, it takes one electron to achieve a negative charge. Similarly, hydrogen does this to achieve a negative charge, and this is how it resembles. Next is the electronegative character. So same thing we discussed, okay. They take an electron easily to achieve a negative charge, okay. Yeah. Next is physical state. So they all are gases. So halogens normally they are in the gaseous form, and hydrogen also it is present as the gaseous form. Next is atomicity. So atomicity means how many atoms are present in one molecule. Okay. Now if I talk about atomicity, they are present as diatomic molecules. Okay, we see hydrogen, we write as H2, we write chlorine as Cl2, we write fluorine as F2. So that means in one molecule we are having two atoms. Okay, now this is not the only case. We also are having the properties which are different from alkali metals and halogens. Okay, so the very first one is shell. That means if I talk about hydrogen, it is having only one shell, okay. But if I talk about alkali metals and halogens, they are having either two or more shells, correct. So this is the very first thing. Next is the oxide. So if I talk about oxide of hydrogen, it is neutral oxide, water, okay. But if I talk about the oxide of halogens, they are acidic, and the oxide of alkali metals, they are basic, okay. So these are the two difference that we can find in the case of halogen from alkali metals, hydrogen with alkali metals and halogens, okay. I hope that these things are very much clear to you. Now we will be moving on to the discovery and occurrence. I'm sorry. Now, talking about discovery, hydrogen, it was initially known as inflammable gas. Okay, and there was a scientist named Robert Boyle who established the elementary character of hydrogen. Okay, so here you could get your MCQ type of questions, right? Who prepared hydrogen in the pure state? Henry Cavendish, okay, and he found that this gas was inflammable and it can burn in air to produce water. The name hydrogen, the term hydrogen, it was given by Lavoisier, okay, and hydrogen means water, hydro, and gen means generator or producer. So these are some general things about hydrogen. Now next is the occurrence of hydrogen. Okay, first of all, hydrogen, it is present at the, or it is kept at the 9th position in abundance by mass, okay, among all the elements which are present in the Earth's crust. Okay, it basically makes up about 1% of Earth's crust, and it is, never, or I could say seldom found in the free state. It is generally found in the combined state. Next it is present up to 0.01% in the Earth's atmosphere, and it is also present in the volcanic gases, in minute traces, and to a higher extension or a higher extent it is present around the sun and the stars. Now talking about the combined state. So hydrogen, it is actually present in the combination with other elements, okay. So how can we find the hydrogen in the combined state? First of all, we can find it in plant and animal tissues, okay, where these are made up of compounds of hydrogen along with carbon or oxygen or nitrogen. It is of course present in water, so 1/9 of mass of water it is hydrogen. Next, it is present in different substances such as acid or alkali or petroleum products and organic substances. Okay, and it is also combined with carbon or hydrogen, or it is found in natural gas or kerosene or gasoline and petroleum products. Okay, next, where can we find it? It is present in the organic compounds. Okay, so we have proteins, carbs, fats, etc., which are essential for us. So hydrogen is also found there. Hi Sankalp, how are you? Okay, now students, I would just like to introduce you to very special features of Unacademy special classes. So why are these classes known as special classes? Let me tell you. First of all, you can have real-time interaction with your educators. We are having chat options. We are having emojis. Okay. You can even ask the questions using question tab. So basically you can either type your question or you can attach the image of your question and your educator will be trying their best to answer your question. Next, we also have live poll options. Okay. I'm sorry. So what is poll option? Actually, the educators ask you question, they give you option and you can click on the correct answer. Okay, and we also have poll leaderboard. That means you can compete with your friends, you can see your position and you can work on yourself accordingly. Now students, this is our special class timetable. So on 19th of February, that is tomorrow, we are going to have a poll war, that is a whole question session on gas laws. Then on 20th February, we are going to have a poll war on hydrogen. And on it's 21 February, we are going to have a one-shot revision on hydrogen. Okay, so kindly make sure that you attend all these classes, okay, and you gain maximum benefit out of it. Now, what are the amazing features of Unacademy subscription plans? Let me tell you, let me have you walk through it. So first of all, you can learn from the comfort of your home. Okay, then you will be having unlimited access to all the courses. You will be taught by the top educators of India at one platform, and apart from normal classes, you also will be having the doubt clearing and answer writing session. Okay, your syllabus will be covered and you will be under the mentorship and guidance of your educators. Also, you will be getting the study material in the PDF format so that you can refer to it whenever you need it, and you will be having regular practice test. Okay, and of course you will be having batch courses. Along with it, you will be having daily practice section, weekly mock test, live quizzes, daily MCQ, subjective test, etc. So whole of this you are getting in the Unacademy subscription. Talking about the pricing of this subscription, these are available at very affordable prices. You can select the duration according to your choice. You can be going for 3 month, 6 month, or 12 month, or 18 month, 24, 36, whatever you want to. Okay, and you will be using my code, that is RITIKACLIVE. So this code, it will be giving you an instant 10% discount, but till tomorrow you will be getting 20% discount. So kindly do not let go of this opportunity. Okay, now talking about the preparation of hydrogen. So hydrogen is present in water, alkalis or acids. Okay, so these are our cheapest raw materials for preparation of hydrogen. Now let us see how do we prepare the hydrogen. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sorry. Now talking about how to prepare the hydrogen. First is the preparation of hydrogen from cold water and metals. So hydrogen from cold water and metals. Now, if I talk about cold water, which type of metals they react with or they give the hydrogen with cold water, these are the reactive metals. Okay, so reactive metals are like, for example, we are having potassium, we are having sodium and calcium. These can react with cold water, okay, and they will be forming the hydroxide and hydrogen will be evolved. These reactions, they generally are very exothermic. Okay, for example, let's see, or let's take the condition of potassium. Okay, so potassium, it will be forming hydrogen and the reaction will be very exothermic and very vigorous. Okay, so if I take potassium, if I make it to react with water, okay, so what I will get, I will be getting the hydroxide plus hydrogen. Now students, a very important I would say tip for you all, we don't know H2O is what, which type of, is it ice cold water, is it hot water, is it steam? So kindly please write over here the condition of water. It's cold water, okay, and this is potassium. So kindly write the condition and the name of the elements. Okay, this is potassium hydroxide and here we have hydrogen. Okay, so this is the basic case. The reaction, first of all, it is very vigorous, it is exothermic, and it can even catch fire. Correct. Next is, so this was our first case with potassium. Okay, if I talk about sodium, it will again be forming sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. Okay, again you need to mention over here which type of water we are taking. We are taking cold water. Hope that this thing is very much clear. Next, if I talk about the conditions, again this is exothermic but comparatively less than the potassium. Okay, and it is also less vigorous, but it catches fire. Okay, next is calcium. So if I talk about the reaction with calcium with again cold water, so what will be the condition of this reaction? It will be forming calcium hydroxide and hydrogen. Okay, now this reaction, it is comparatively again less than the sodium. Okay, now these are the three metals which react with cold water. Okay, then we have, next is the action of hot water. So hot water on metal. So there are certain metals, for example, if I talk about magnesium, okay, so this magnesium, it will be reacting with hot water to form magnesium hydroxide and it will be evolving the hydrogen gas. So how does this reaction happens? Magnesium, it reacts with water, okay, and it will be forming magnesium hydroxide and it will be evolving hydrogen in the form of gas. Okay, now again we do not know which type of water is it, so please mention that it is hot water. Correct. All right, now if I talk about the other metals, okay, so these metals, they do not give any reaction with cold water or hot water. We need steam over here. Okay, so let's mention it first. Steam on metals. So we are having elements such as aluminium or zinc or iron. They do not react with cold water. We need steam. Okay. Now if I talk about aluminium, when it reacts with water in the form of steam, the temperature is also high over here. It's A, okay. Yeah. Just a minute. Yeah. So it forms what? Aluminium oxide plus water. Okay, so this is the reaction that happens. If I talk about zinc, okay, so it again forms zinc oxide. Please don't forget to mention steam or cold water or hot water or whatever the condition is it. Okay, and if I take the case of iron, so this reaction, it will be reversible. That means what? If this is what we are getting, okay, and this hydrogen that we get, it's not removed, then this reaction, it is reversed. Okay, it is reduced back to iron. So we need to be very quick over here to remove the hydrogen. Correct. So these are some of the reactions that take place over here. Okay, now, okay, so first of all, I hope that you might have understood everything till here. Okay, if there is any confusion or anything that you haven't understood, then you can please let me know in the chat box. Okay, now we will be talking about how is hydrogen displaced from the dilute acids. Okay, so let's discuss displacement of hydrogen from dilute acids. Now, first of all, what is, or there is a particular role of reactivity series. Okay, now let's have a reactivity series over here. So we have potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc. Okay, so first let us discuss about these and then we will be moving on to the other ones. So if I talk about the very reactive metals such as potassium, sodium or calcium, they displace hydrogen. Just a minute. Yeah, so the very reactive metals which are potassium or calcium or sodium, they displace hydrogen from the dilute acids such as hydrochloric acids or sulfuric acid in a very vigorous or in a very explosive form. Okay, if I talk about the moderate metals, okay, for example magnesium, aluminum, zinc, which are moderately reactive, they also displace hydrogen from the dilute acids. But over here, what is the condition? That these reactions are not very violent. Okay, but not violently. Okay, now after zinc we are having ferrous, nickel, tin, lead. And the metals which lie below hydrogen: copper, mercury, silver and gold. Okay, now if I talk about these metals, ferrous, nickel, tin, lead, okay, they will be forming the salts and they will be displacing hydrogen from dilute acid, but they will do it very gently. Okay, and talking about the elements which lie below the hydrogen, they do not displace hydrogen from the acids. Okay, so these are the things. Let's quickly revise it. If I talk about the very reactive elements such as sodium or potassium or calcium, they will be displacing the hydrogen gas very explosively. If I talk about moderately reactive such as magnesium, aluminium, zinc, they will be displacing hydrogen but comparatively less violently. Okay, and the elements such as ferrous, iron, nickel, tin or lead, they will be displacing hydrogen a bit gently. Okay, and the elements which lie below hydrogen, they do not actually displace the hydrogen. Okay, I hope that is very much clear. Okay, so why or how does this happen? For example, let's take the case of magnesium. When it is reacting with HCl, so what it will be forming? It will be forming salt, magnesium chloride and hydrogen. Similarly, zinc, let's take the case over here with H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. It will be forming again zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. With iron, it will be FeCl2 plus H2. So this is how they uh, react and they produce hydrogen. Okay, all right. So I hope students you might have understood everything. If there is anything that you have not understood or you have any confusion about, please let me know in the chat box. Okay, now students, a very important information for all of you. You are getting one more chance for participating in the Unacademy Prodigy. Okay, so this amazing chance you are getting on 27th February. Please make a note of it. Okay, you can crack it and you can win amazing prizes up to rupees 10 crore. You heard it right. You can please enroll yourself right now. The timing for this test, it is scheduled from 12 to 1 p.m. Okay, please enroll yourself. If you need any more information, you can join the Telegram channel which are uh, present in the description of this video. Okay, please follow us on Telegram to receive the more information about Prodigy test, and do not forget to enroll because this is a very amazing opportunity that you are getting. Next is the upcoming batches. So students, you can participate in the batches, that is you can go for the plus subscription. And why are these batches important? Because over here we are going for a revision for your term 2 examinations. Okay, and if you subscribe for the grade 9, you get the subscription of grade 10, 11 and 12 absolutely free. Okay, so kindly make sure that you take the chance and you take this opportunity and you take your learnings to the next level. Also students, if you are having or if you're facing any problem uh, related to your preparation journey or subscription, or if you want to know about the latest offer, you can just call, okay, on this number, that is 8585858585. Okay, and there will be a counselor getting in touch with you, and they will be clearing all your doubts. Okay, also you can use my code to achieve or to avail 10% discount. But till tomorrow, if you are taking the subscription, you will be getting a whole 20% discount. Correct? So students, I hope that you might have understood everything in today's class. If there is anything that you're confused about, please let us know in the chat box. Okay, you can download the PDF of this session, and we will be meeting in the next session. Till then, please take care of yourself. All the very best for your preparation. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel to receive the regular updates. Thank you, students.